That one's the introduction that's supposed to sound kind of Family Guy-esque.
Oh, well, it didn't have enough Stewie in it.
Oh my!
Remember
Brian?
Stewie?
Brian?
Remember Stewie from Family Guy?
What have you done to my crib? Brian?
I hate my mom. Wait,
I'm
for
going
the
to kill
first
Lois. Which is weird because we call the chat Lois on the odd occasion.
Oh yeah, I forgot that was the name of the chat. You're right.
So Stewie Griffin is essentially the enemy of the DrawBomb.
Chat.
Just DrawBomb, because he's trying to kill the chat, and we love the chat. Brian,
We love the chat.
I'm going to kill the Lois.
Wow, that's a dead on Stewie right there.
How dare you?
And how's it going?
it's going all right. How you doing today?
I'm doing great.
Oh,
I'm doing
so glad to hear
fantastic. I
that.
just had had the weekend like off. I normally
Oh my
work during the
gosh.
weekend, so I had a little mini weekend vacation. Saw
Wow.
some friends that I haven't seen in like a year.
Bro saw
Gosh,
his friend.
I feel that's big for me. I don't see my friends in real life. What do you think I get? You think any of them live near me? What are you talking about? Everything's remote.
Yeah, did you ever see that meme?
No, I'm not familiar.
okay. I gotta send you a meme. Let's catch you up for
Fill
a
me in.
second.
I need
Otherwise
I need to fill in all the gaps of my meme knowledge. It's trying to draw like kind of the Bigfoot walk, but he's looking kind of like. Oh yeah, I've seen this format.
this is the
specific
original.
one. Bro
This is-
visited his friend. This is the
Yeah,
original?
This is
Wow.
the original.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I've seen so many of that format. I'm surprised I had seen it. Or maybe the original got lost in the mix because I've seen so many of them.
Perhaps. At least I think this is the original. Whatever, I've heard that this is the original. But it's very funny either way.
Yeah.
So anyways, I was doing that. 'Cause I'm a stupid dickhead.
Oh, yeah. But
I'm sorry.
but
Continue talking
we
about.
love that about you. No, that's pretty much it. I saw a close friend. He used to be my roommate in college, and it was a good time. I got
glad to
back
hear
yesterday.
that. I know that friend, and I
And,
love that guy. He's a good friend. He was in
Yeah,
a
that friend is
DrawBomb.
your friend too.
He was in a DrawBomb production. In fact, he
Oh
was.
yeah, he was Officer
Tyler-
Lawson.
I
No,
know
wait,
he.
Tyler
he-
Cop.
You were Officer
Sorry, I'm getting lost.
Lawson. He was Tyler
was I Lawson?
Cotman. You were Officer Lawson. No, I was Officer Lawson. You were Detective Murphy. I'm
But,
sorry.
I don't think our cameras are working, by the way.
Oh my goodness gracious gosh. What is going on? I think it's because I
Yeah,
decided
Leviathan
to go.
just confirm that.
Thank you, Leviathan Den. I fixed it. It is because I went looking for things. You know, maybe sometimes it would be easier if we just started doing DrawBomb live through Video Ninja. I don't know. It's also kind of a
I'll leave
pain
that
in
up
the
to you.
ass.
That's your decision. Do you remember when one of our OG watchers of the show, I think they pop in from time to time. They might just be gone. I think they're mostly gone. But there was a period where we were like, we're going to get cameras starting next week. And they were like, no. Remember that?
They weren't like that. They were
Like,
just
please
like,
don't.
I do remember
like,
that though. Oh, we were excited, and you just said no.
Like, what? Why not?
Sorry.
Don't do it. I'm like, oh, we're gonna.
We're going.
okay.
Yeah, we're going to. This is gonna happen. It's. I'm sorry to say.
And then, you know,
I
it
do
all went
remember
downhill
that.
from there.
I
They
wanna say
tried to
that-
warn us.
I think that was Oh shit. They still arrive from time to time.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I can't think of their name right now. This is awful. Damn.
Been here and
Anyways.
it's been a while.
It's been a while since I could Hold my head up high.
All right, this drawing's not working.
I've heard that song, by the way, at least 5 times in the last 2 days.
That's crazy you say that, because the song's always a joke, but I just heard it yesterday for the first time in a long time, and I was like, oh, the whole song. I like forgot how the whole thing goes.
On everything I can remember.
I saw, the reason I heard it was a TikTok where there's these 2 dogs that somebody has, and like the one dog just keeps like the other dog, well, the one dog's like small and old and really fat, like round, it's like a little sausage, and then the other dog just keeps like fucking with it, like taking it's like laying on a bed, and the other dog comes up and like yanks the bed out from under it, and it like rolls away, and it's like angsty songs playing, like it's
Been a while.
it's biding its time.
That's funny. No, we just started playing, so like the radio situation has been interesting at my workplace. For most of the summer, it's been this like country rock station.
Hell yeah.
And it's been awful.
Your kind of music.
Oh.
What happened?
Don't play this game. No, it's so
most
bad.
of the show is just me gaslighting you in some form.
You do try to gaslight me a lot. This friendship,
I
I think, was you. I think you gaslit me into this friendship to some degree.
Yeah, I did. You were like, we're not friends, and I'm like, yeah, huh? And you're like, oh.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Good. I'm sorry.
I didn't know that. I'm like, and we have an internet show too, and you're like, oh.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Jeez.
Are you sure? Pretty sure. Okay.
Oh my god. When did I sign this contract? Oh my god.
Signed in blood.
So fast. Oh my god. When did I get in bed with you?
Which is funny because blood is not really a binding. People like to use that, but it doesn't hold up in court.
No, because there's.
Like, it's signed in blood, and they're like, oh, so you're both.
You're both AB positive. Is that what the situation is? Like you're both AB positive, and that's what. No, it's signed in blood. We mixed our blood together. Oh God! Don't do that. That's awful. It's a great way to get blood disease.
You know you can't trust somebody unless you share the same strain of hepatitis.
Oh my God! Is that what I got?
Yeah, one of them.
Oh my God! What are we doing? What are we drawing right now?
I don't know.
I like it though. I kind of dig it.
They stepping. There's gonna be more, I think.
I think I started doing this based on the Keep on Truckin' from.
I assume that's what you're doing. So I'm sorry to mess it up.
Was that a?
Was
that a what's it called? Perry Bible Fellowship.
Grateful Dead.
Well, yeah, it's a Grateful Dead song, but the Grateful Dead song. I've looked up the merch for the Grateful Dead or anything related to it. I see nothing.
What? They have like a bear that does it. There's like something else walking. Yeah, it's a. Let me look it up. I might not.
Okay, please do, because that would be great for me. Because I've just seen a Perry Bible Fellowship comic doing.
Going with the rat.
Yeah.
I'm looking at a bunch of them. You literally search "keep on trucking walking." There's a million of them, but I don't know the origin. Let me see. It might not be.
Look it up, Brandon. Look it up.
Look it up. It's a Robert Crumb drawing, I believe.
Keep on trucking was like one of the fourth. Okay, so it's a
This is
Robert. Keep on trucking.
The origin. It's a Robert Crumb drawing from some comics. It's the first one.
Yes, it is. I don't think it has anything to do with the Grateful Dead though, because none of these lyrics in this comic are from the Grateful Dead. Although you can't.
No, the original comic is not. But then I think they made a song called "Truckin'." People drew it.
Okay.
There's like the one with the bears walking, but it's not walking like the Robert Crumb drawing.
The Robert Crumb drawing in the original is the specific one, and it's quite fun. It's quite a fun drawing.
Are they in the desert? They're all in suits.
It looks like a Talking Heads album cover or something.
Something.
Like if you took out Keep On Truckin', you could mistake it to be. By the way, we have Leviathan done in the chat. DrawBomb, the best reason to wake up on a Monday. Waste up.
You just wake up just now?
Cans aren't showing. Okay, yeah, that was old. Did my 44 subs show up for you guys? Oh, yes, it did. Okay, why didn't we hear anything?
Sorry, we missed that. I don't know. I think it was because it was so close to us starting, but we appreciate you. Thank you.
It probably was. Yeah, I think it happened before we officially started.
Sorry.
Sorry about Dean.
You know, once every 44 times, you're not going to get the credit you deserve. And we're sorry for that. We'll try to get those numbers. You know, we'll try to improve on those numbers. Get it up to like somewhere in the 50s.
Yeah, that's right. Get it up in the 50s, and then that'll be great. Also, fun fact, we have TTS.
Yeah. We need Crazy Kyle in the chat because he's the only one who's
Crazy Kyle's gonna
use it.
He's gonna abuse it like.
I saw him spend money on making an emote larger. So that guy is a guy who doesn't mind throwing his money straight into the furnace. And that's the kind of energy we want around here.
Yep.
We had TTS for a second with channel points, but the fun is over. We've monetized it.
We've monetized.
The shitification of our channel is occurring.
The shitification of our channel. That is the funniest thing.
Remember that thing that was free that you all loved and enjoyed? Well, now you have to pay for it.
Yes. We've monetized.
Where that came from.
Yes.
Soon you'll have to pay for every drawing we do.
That's right. Soon you'll have to. Any requests will have to be paid.
And you'll have to pay to see any drawings on the show.
Every word is a penny that we say.
Yeah. And the bill will show up to your house. It's like when you drive through a toll and it takes a picture of your license plate. If you even tune into this, you will be receiving a bill.
Yeah. Or it's like once you hit your limit, you have to either put more money into the slot or like this little fucking shutter comes down and goes and blocks the view. Like
exactly, there you go.
Like like those like peep show thingies. Really make the.
We're gonna mail some hardware to everybody who watches this show, and we will. It was on the honor system, but please install it on your screen.
Yeah, affix the shutter to your screen so that it can shut down when you've hit your limit on Twitch. The API
if you support,
you have to download is 600 gigabytes, so make sure you clear up a lot of space on your hard drive to get that downloaded.
If you support small artists and creators, then you will install the shutter system. You don't want to take money out of our pockets.
That's right.
But yeah, the TTS is pretty fun. Even if you don't feel like, even if you don't feel like spending money on the show, and I wouldn't blame you for it, take a look at it. It's down below the screen. You can sample some of the voices. There's a lot of fun stuff in there. I'm excited to see it get used occasionally.
I would love to figure out how to hook it up to have a visual aspect to it, because currently it doesn't. It just is the TTS.
Is there any kind of... Oh yeah, I don't think I mentioned that to you, Ian, but Den just mentioned OMFG, you guys actually put the permanent ban points exchange. I did. I put 100k permanent ban channel point thing. So feel free to click it, but do it so at your own
permanently banned.
It's a lose-lose because we will ban you. Don't call my bluff, and we will lose viewers. So please don't click it, but know that you have the power now. That's what you've unlocked, is the power.
We can't keep that.
What? Why can't we keep that?
Because people will click it.
No, they won't.
They'll think we're bluffing.
I mean, if they do, then they don't want to be here. If they click it, they don't want to be here.
Bluffing.
And that's hey, if you love something and you let it go and it returns, then it was meant to be. If it doesn't return, it wasn't meant to be.
We can't keep. That's not.
I'm a man. When I say something, I mean it. I didn't know that you weren't. I thought you were also a man of your word.
I didn't know about this till like 2 seconds ago.
Well, now you know. You have lots of time to think it over. I made the joke a few times live, and so that should be enough for you.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That you heard me say it once or twice. See, guys, this is why I can't do anything fun or creative on this show. I get immediately shut down by my co-host.
People are gonna press the button. And then
nobody else has like 100,000 channel points.
You can like contest your ban, and it shows up in like a notification, and we're gonna get those.
It's clearly labeled. You know what happens when you click the button. Look, Den has had the power for weeks, and he's still a viewer of the show. He knows that I'll lay the ban hammer. I'm gonna look over that. I'm gonna look over that.
People say I'm just gonna look over that chat screen, and it's gonna say like Leviathan Den banned.
Yeah, if he wanted to do a power move, now would be the time. But I will ban him, so he shouldn't do it. Is what I'm saying.
Gosh,
it's a real thing. It's not fake.
It's real.
I need these people to know what I'm capable of. They all think we're a couple of. They don't respect us, Ian. They don't respect us.
Is this a power trip? Is that what this is?
It's a power trip. And if they try, I want somebody to test the waters, and then I'll, be gone. They'll be gone forever.
No.
Not from ever. I'm not gonna remove you from existence, just from this stream.
You're gone from ever. Ever in time, you're gone. We'll go back into other multiverses, and we'll get rid of you then too. You're gone from ever.
It seems threatening. No threats. You will not be banned unless you click the button. You don't have to click it. No one click it. In fact, I'm telling you, don't click it.
You should put one for 200,000, and it's we murder your family. Then it'd be really funny if Leviathan then clicked that, because I'm technically his family, so you can't. I'd have to go like.
Oh man, then I have to do the show by myself. Gross. See, I'm not gonna put that on there because that's not something I would do. And I'm a man of my word, but I will ban you, and that's why that's something I was willing to put.
Okay. This is all news to me. But I'm gonna, I'm gonna roll with it.
We've been making the joke for like a year.
I'm glad we're. You know what? And you know what? As you said, you're a man of your word. So don't click it.
We'll discuss this outside of here.
Don't click that button. Click the TTS instead.
A lot of tempting options, But here's something to think about. If you're really trying to decide which one to click, one of them is totally free. The value of getting banned is way higher. And think of all the things you can accomplish when you're not watching this every Monday. You could learn carpentry. You could
this is like this is the equivalent of like playing like 180 hours of the world's worst RPG. It's like not fun, but you like it for some reason, so you play it for like 180 hours, 300 hours maybe, and then it's done, and you beat the game, and when you defeat the final boss, the game rewards you by deleting your character.
It deletes your character. Not only that, but it deletes it from your library, and you can't buy it again.
The game, yeah, and you get banned. You have to start a new Twitch account.
Leviathan Dunn says Lizzie wants to know what happens when you hit 200K. I don't know yet. We didn't know about. No. Maybe you get. You're allowed to be in the chat again after that.
How did
So
they
people who
pay though?
click
They're
it-
not in the chat.
Well, you only get banned from the chat. You can still watch a Twitch stream if you're banned.
Well, yeah, but you can't get channel points.
Is that true?
Well, why would you get channel points? You were banned from the chat.
I thought you get them just for lurking.
Yeah, but you can't use the channel points if you're banned. So why would you get the channel points?
That's a good point. That's a good channel point. Okay. We gotta iron out a few details of all this.
If people contest the ban in the thing, like we'll have to say yes, like you can come back.
What?
We get to keep
What,
their channel points.
The cat
then.
stepped on their mouse and
Well, we keep their
and
channel
clicked the
points.
button?
They still spent like a shit ton of channel points. It's like a lot.
yeah,
of
and we
channel
have to give
points.
them what they paid for. We can't not give them.
We should make
Then
it
they
like
won't
a
get
million.
the value
We should make it like 1,000,000 channel points.
to get banned.
Yeah,
How's it not worse? Like
that's funnier
we're gonna
because
take
they
people-
have to watch for so much longer.
okay.
It's
So
just
that's
10
your
times
biggest issue
longer.
with this thing is that it's too accessible.
Look, okay. Look, okay. They can't use the TTS if they're banned. Okay? You
I know,
can't
I know, but I
subscribe
wasn't-
if they're banned. Okay?
But I wasn't expecting anybody to use it.
Like, they're gonna use
Maybe.
it.
Maybe if they use it, we will then force them to go through a court system that we designed.
Okay, that's actually, I'm loving this idea.
They can contest.
They have to do.
They can try
DrawBomb
to
court.
plead their case. DrawBomb court to get welcomed back, but until then, they will be banned from the chat.
Actually, I am. You've actually completely flipped this idea.
Wow,
around
you
already.
flipped so fast.
DrawBomb court. It's a segment we do. We do it on the show. We make puppets and everything for it, and like we set it up. And
Don't make it sound too cool just yet, because somebody's gonna be like, oh, like Den's gonna be like, that sounds cool, and click it, and then we're not gonna have to have these assets ready for like 6 months.
well, yeah, because they still have to be banned for a while. Like we still like it's got to be like we got to do like an episode dedicated to these DrawBomb courts. So it's like it's like you don't get you press the button, you're banned, and you can go to court. But we don't know when court's gonna happen yet. Like we gotta set a court date.
Yeah. And you will just be given a public defender.
That's right.
Not very good.
And his name is not he is not Phoenix Wright, but we will use Phoenix Wright music for the segments.
Object. Is what he says.
What's that?
Objection. Is the thing that he says.
He says objection, but okay.
They say they're not getting channel points anymore. Interesting. I don't know what that's about.
Why don't
I
you
don't know
try
if there's anybody else in the
spending
chat that can confirm or deny. Yeah, but don't spend 100K of them
Don't
right
spend
now.
100K, but try spending some and see if that works. Just like highlight a message or something, you know? Just a little itty bitty chat.
Make me hydrate.
Just a little itty bitty chat. You know what I mean?
I don't know what you mean.
Hey, just a little
In the
itty
meantime.
bitty chat. What's up? What are you saying? Huh? What?
Ian, how's your week been? Or 2 weeks, because we missed last week. How's your 2 weeks been?
Man. What is there to say? Finished Northern Exposure. That was fun.
Cool. You've been watching that for like most of this year, I feel like.
No, for like a couple months.
Oh.
It's like we've been powering through them. I mean, it's been a good amount of the
Okay.
year, but it's been, We've been going through a few shows. I feel like we watched Newhart for so long. But anyways, so yeah, we did that. Now we're watching MASH. So that's been interesting. We're about 4 episodes into
Nice.
MASH.
I like that show. I haven't seen all of it, but the ones I've seen.
I like it so far too. I stopped someone from stealing a bike at work.
Oh, interesting. How'd that go?
That was fun.
Without going too into detail, I sometimes like wonder about a lot of it has to do with where I'm working, but dealing with theft, a lot of times I'm probably not going to do that much about it at most places.
Yeah.
But if it's like a smaller spot like yours, where and like the owner,
yeah,
I would try harder.
So yeah, how it went down was I came into work on Friday. Oh no, Wednesday of last week. So this would have been, I think, fresh for this stream, regardless if we had done last week's episode or not. But anyways, I came into work, and my manager was like, hey there, she's like the manager of the building essentially. She was like, hey, so there's a guy here, you gotta go talk to him. He's looking around at the bikes and stuff. And I was like, oh, okay. We're not even open yet, why is he in here? But eventually she told me he had walked in when she had unlocked the doors.
Oh, so he was ready.
Yeah. Anyways, so I go over and I talk to him, and I'm like, hey man, what's going on? And he's like, can I help you? And he's like, it's cool man, I'm just looking around. I'm like, okay. So then I have to start like uncabling all the bikes, because we keep the bikes cabled up, because if someone were to like smash into one of the walls,
people like this person.
yeah, and like if someone had like a vehicle and they wanted to like smash through a wall and like take a bunch of bikes away, I don't know, or like through the doors and take, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's not out of the realm of possibility, but
they could break a window.
Yeah,
they don't have to drive through the wall.
For sure. They're big windows for the doors. they're windows for doors, so
yeah,
it's necessary. Anyways, so I'm doing that, and then he's pointing to the one bike that's on the. We have these like racks to show off, these like car racks you can buy for your bikes. And he's like, hey, can I like look at this one? And I'm like, okay. And I don't trust this guy. Like, there's a lot of people who come into the store, and like,
he has weird energy.
There's a a lot of people come into the store and like they look like they're kind of weird, but they don't give me that weird energy, so I'm like, cool. But totally. This guy, I don't get that same vibe. I don't like this guy. I'm getting that weird energy from him. And so
I mean, he's premeditating his theft, so he's being weird about it, which is, I think, a thing that happens often. That's why you get those weird vibes. They're like trying to be like sneaky pants.
Yeah. And so then he's looking at the bike, and I'm like, here you go. He's like looking at it, and I'm like expecting him to ask questions or anything like that. And I'm like, yeah, it's like, it's got hydraulic brakes, it's got disc brakes, it's got this, that, the other. And he's like, can I like test ride it? And I'm like, yeah, you can do it like around the parking lot, but like that's it. He's like, so I wanted to say no, but I didn't have like a reason to say no aside from like, you got bad vibes.
You offered to let me test drive, and you didn't know if I was gonna steal shit when I was there.
That's true. I was actually certain you were gonna steal it. You monster.
I would have if I would have test driven it, but it was raining out and I didn't feel like it.
Well, so I'm glad you didn't test ride it, because now I know.
Yeah.
But anyways, like I didn't want to say yes for this dude, but I couldn't think of a reason to say no, and you can't as like a store person be like, no, you have bad vibes or something like that.
You don't want to try to call someone's bluff and then discriminate against them by accident.
Exactly. So the dude goes outside, and I go outside to keep an eye on the dude. And then as he's like on the bike riding, like this one group of kids who have been causing trouble in the area show up and come inside the shop. And this other guy, the riffraff, they're the wheelie kids as we call them. And then there's this other guy, and he shows up. He's like, hey, you got a bit can you look at my bike? And I'm like, yeah, give me a sec. This guy's test riding it, and he's heading.
Or were they trying to distract you?
I don't know. So here's what happened.
Okay.
I don't think so because the guy, he's heading towards. I'm keeping an eye on the guy, and he starts to head towards the stop sign, and I'm like, hey, hey, hey.
No.
And
No.
he's like riding in so slowly, just like absolutely at like a snail's pace, and then he starts heading towards Dunbar's, the beer store down the street.
Yep. I know the one. I was just here, so I can visualize all this. Sorry, chat. I know you can't.
So I start like, I'm like, oh fuck, I gotta chase after this guy now. Don't make me run so early in the morning. I go and I run, and I'm running after this guy.
He's got a bike.
And I'm running after this guy, but he's like going so leisurely. Like he's like riding the bike at a pace like he's not stealing it. He's riding it at a pace like he's never ridden a bike before or something like that. I don't know.
It's like he can't decide if he wants to steal or not.
So
and he's having a moral struggle.
So I chase this guy, and I'm like running after him, and I'm like, hey, 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 the whole time like yelling. And as I'm yelling, my hays are getting louder. And eventually I catch up to him in the Dunbar's parking lot, and I grab the bike, and I'm like, hey man, I told you to stay in the parking lot. And he's like, oh, I was just gonna ride around the trail. And I'm like, no dude, that's a rental, that's not a test ride. You fucking dumbass. And then I like,
Really good fellow. So on.
that's right, it was just like that episode of SpongeBob.
If you stop someone from stealing a product, they give you that product, right? That's the rule.
Yeah, I got it. I have that bike now. It's mine.
Den says they missed the story.
Now, when you say you missed the story, how much? When did I cut out?
What did you hear?
What did you hear and what did you miss? Because
you hear the part where they had a fist fight on a ferry, as it was crossing the river. Did you hear the part where he suspended the bike above a volcano threateningly? Did you hear the part where he did a wheelie?
Lady?
Yeah, but she politely declined. Did you hear the part hear the part where a moral dilemma occurred and he was forced to decide who gets run over by a train?
Oh my god.
Also, well, saving, yeah.
I chose the 5.
There's really just no way to win. You're like, this has to be a catch, right? Like, this one seems obvious.
This train's a fake. Oh no! Not a fake. Well, at least I chose to save my honey.
That's right. Who tied her to these train tracks? I demand to know.
Well, don't look.
I'm interested to see what you're doing with this head up in the top left corner. I feel like you're going to draw a body on him. Oh, you're doing it right now. Okay.
Well, just because you asked.
Wow.
That's what he's doing. What he was always doing up here. You just couldn't see it.
Well, I'm glad you were able to protect that bike.
Do you know why you couldn't see that, Brandon? It's an effect they call fog of war.
Like,
I don't know. I can't continue this bit. What's up? What were you gonna say?
I don't know. Done. No, I had nothing to say.
Yeah, that sounds great.
But there you go. Congratulations on protecting that bike from being stolen.
Thank you. I think the folks at work respect me a bit more now. I mean, they didn't disrespect me earlier. I just think like now I've done something.
You were
decent.
on foot, and you stopped someone from taking a bike. If they would have like wanted to steal it at that point, they probably could have. Well, maybe not because they're dealing with you. But I'm just saying, like, the odds were stacked against you.
They were.
And you retrieved that bike.
Can I say what the great equalizer was?
Sure.
I think there is a possibility that they were very high and not on the sort of drugs they make fun movies about.
So not necessarily what you would call like California sober.
That's right. He was not.
Well, that's your first mistake. If you're gonna commit a crime, have a clear head, you know?
Helps. It helps. I can't say for certain. I mean, the guy just acted out of it. He may not have been even high then. Maybe I don't know. I don't know. He just was very out of it in general, seeming.
Yeah. Maybe he just did want to ride the trail, and you took that from him.
I don't think he was gonna give that bike back.
It'd be funny if he actually did get away, and then like 6 hours later, he just showed back up, and he's like, "This thing's great, but I actually am gonna pass. I'm gonna go a different way."
No, what if he bought it?
Yeah, he's like, "This is great. Hell yeah."
Yeah,
In fact, here's a huge tip for helping me out, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Most places don't let you do this, you know. They usually like only let you go up to like the stop sign. So I appreciate it, man.
Much appreciate. Yeah. Cool. Good test ride.
Much appreciate.
Much appreciate. Much appreciate.
So I played
yes, tell
2
me.
rounds of Deadlock today with
Saw that
the gang while you were at work. We got stomped into oblivion. These are the only ones I've actually got to play with the group because you guys have been playing while I was gone, and I never played with you guys before that either. Yeah, I don't know. Competitive games, I just don't know if I have what it takes. I understand that you have to like practice to get good at these things, but it's hard for me to get to that point where I feel practiced, because anytime I play a video game and it feels more like work than fun, I'm instantly like turned off by the experience. So when it's just like struggle bus, like it's not going well.
Well, here's, I think,
people are mean to me in the game.
Here's also
I'm not winning. Then
I'm
kind of like,
you in the game. Your teammates were our friends.
Yeah, but everybody can chat.
Were Jay and Kyle and Austin mean to you?
Yeah, they all dropped some slurs, and that's hard to do when you're a straight white guy. But they found ways to cut me to my core.
Cut you to the bone. One thing that I think is working against my enjoyment of the game now is in the last couple days they've actually made the game public. So the embargo on writing about it is lifted. People can make videos about it now. People have been streaming it. I started to see like at TTS on like the end of people's names, you know. And I think that unfortunately means people are now going to start learning how to like min-max the game. And
of course they are.
The moment people start doing that, it becomes the methods of play become so much more restricted. And
yeah, I just feel like you can never compete with the people that have all day long to just like zero in on it
and like look up strategies, and like who don't mind like, oh, in order to play every time you have to like run to this corner and throw a smoke bomb and, you know, blah blah blah. Like I hate that shit. Like that shit annoys me because it's like, no, I just want to like I just want to play the game like a game,
Right.
you know. But people min max it. So now that the game is out, like I feel like this only happened once to me, but it happened in our last game that we played, and the team had like perfectly picked their like characters so that they could like all combine their ultimate moves
They
to
turned
be
into a mech.
yeah, almost in a way. Like they like four of them had like grabby moves that like pulled you in from across the map. And then the one person was the Ripley, who she could like shoot walls and stuff. And it was like, this is all a lot to deal with. And we got fucking beat. We got our shit wrecked. And I feel like that's just gonna happen more and more. There's gonna be teams of people who are like coordinated in groups of 6, and they're gonna start like figuring out the perfect character metas, and they're gonna put out videos, and then you know,
and it's gonna be like, if your team doesn't have one of these characters, you're doing it wrong. So they're gonna like, everybody will like, it happens every time. I've never been good at competitive games because I don't think I have the time, or not. I mean, I play a lot of video games, so I probably could have the time. I don't have the interest to like spend all my time getting good at these things.
I don't want to get
so I just never can compete like on a real level. But I used to be good at Team Fortress 2 when that was a thing.
Good at Team Fortress 2.
Like I could actually like hold my own. In fact, I'd be on the top of the leaderboard most of the time, and I never felt like I had to really work that hard for it. Aside from just like playing it, from when it launched,
golden era,
and then throughout the years.
That was when people didn't.
That was the only
min-max guides.
That was all I put into it. I never, I never sat there and like trained. I did, there's straight up like, I understand why all this stuff exists, especially like with like the world of like professional gaming and stuff like that. But like, there's straight up like programs you can use that like where you can hone in your aiming with your mouse, where you just like practice like a shooting range, but with your mouse. Like that's all it is. The people like are willing to put all this time and effort into it that I never was, and it's just hard to compete now.
Yeah, can't keep.
You
can't compete with that.
Hey man, if you love a thing so much that you want to get that good, like it's cool that there's resources to do it, but at the same time, it makes it hard for me to enjoy it. Which I'm not saying like they're doing something wrong. I'm just saying maybe this isn't the place that maybe this community is not for me.
Right.
They can min-max, they can have fun getting really good. That's cool for them, but maybe I don't belong there is all I'm saying.
I'm just here to have a fun little fight, like that's it. And,
I just want to pop in and play around a little bit.
I can't. It's all become like a matter of like you gotta get good. It's like when I played with the group that we have for Deadlock in that chat. It was also a group we were playing Counter-Strike Go back in like the heyday of Counter-Strike Go and the pandemic especially. Or no, I think it was actually before the pandemic, but it was like right before the pandemic happened. We had a little like 3-month to 6-month period where we were playing Counter-Strike Go as a team, and it was like, like I just couldn't keep up, and like I had to like do all like Austin and Jay and Kyle had like all figured out like these, like again the places where you have to like stand and like throw the smoke in the corner of the map, and like you start that to like so then the team can go this way and everyone has to do this, that, and the other, and I was kind of just like, like they wanted to rank up.
I'm not down to do that.
Yeah, they wanted to rank up and get more hardcore, and I was kind of just like, and like Kyle would get mad that I would like smoke weed before a match, and I'd be like, why? It's like
I hate that
fun.
too.
It's fun to smoke weed and play video games. Like that's what it is.
Nothing against Kyle, but just in general, when I used to play Rocket League with my brother all the time, but then he played a lot more than me, so he got really good, and then it started to stop being fun because we'd play and we'd lose a bunch, and he'd be getting like actually mad, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go.
Oh yeah.
Not necessarily at me, but just in general.
In general,
and I'm like,
no,
well, it's
I
not
know
fun
that.
if you're like pissed off.
Yeah,
Like
that rage.
this should be fun, right? That's the only reason we're doing it, is
That's
for
why
fun.
I'm doing it,
So if
yeah.
you're getting mad, I'm no longer interested.
Exactly.
So yeah, that's
relate.
another thing with competitive games that kind of takes away.
I can very much relate to that experience. Your perspective on that experience, I can relate.
So competitive stuff, like I get like that addiction when it feels right and you're being put up against people that are similar skill level to you, and everybody's having fun and you're winning half and you're losing half, and you actually feel like the things you're doing make a difference, and that's fun. I like that, but it's hard to it's hard to hone in on that sweet spot, because
it really is.
there's people that play the stuff way too much. I'm not saying that like they're in the wrong at all. I'm just saying I can't compete.
Yeah.
And there's people that there's a lot of cheating on these things. Not that I'm saying that that's why I lose. I think I could lose without anybody cheating just as well.
I do,
but I do think there is some of that. And there's just, I don't know. So it's hard to not get discouraged playing these things. But it seems pretty well made and pretty cool, and the characters are interesting and all that.
Well balanced.
Yeah.
For the most part. There's some characters where I'm just like, tune this character the fuck down. Like the robot, his grab is way too long. Its cooldown is way too short. His ult is so deadly, and its cooldown is also insanely short. It's just a lot. It's a lot to deal with.
You got grabbed once or twice, huh?
I grabbed all the time, but I fucking do. That's all he does. All he does is grab.
Overwatch felt pretty good when it was new.
Yeah, it did.
That was another good one.
That was a good one. I had a lot of fun playing Overwatch for a hot minute. It gave me Team Fortress 2 feels.
Exactly. It's the closest I've gotten since that.
Yeah. Had a good 3 years.
And I do
Overwatch.
understand why these are popular, because I love that feeling when I'm like actually like contributing.
Yeah.
Beating occasional people.
Like when it's obvious that I'm part of the difference in the team, Like I'm actually playing a part.
Feels good, but it's rare for me, especially nowadays. Anytime I try any of these games, I tried Valorant, and I've tried this one, and I've tried the what's that called, the League
Vanguard,
no
League of Legends.
No, there's one that's like the it's like a challenge name. It's like I don't know.
The finals.
The finals. In finals, that one seemed cool, but once again, I just couldn't compete. Everybody was so much better than me that it was like, even though I'm like playing it and I'm like, oh, this seems cool, this seems fun, I just can't do anything. And to the level, not only am I just not good enough to compete, but I'm bad enough that the whole team notices and is mad at me every time. And that takes a toll on you too, when every game ends with the whole team being like, the fuck, dude.
Yeah,
I had somebody legit in
and that's how the games
Deadlock.
die. That's why the games
a couple weeks ago, I legit had somebody in Deadlock. Once the game ended, the whole team was chatting saying that I was, one guy was like, this guy's playing for the other team, and they all thought I was like specifically like trying to make them lose.
Oh my god.
And I'm like, no, I legit am just bad. And they're like, oh, yeah, well then why'd you do this or this? And I'm like, because I'm bad. I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you. I'm just that bad that you guys think I'm a spy. And you know what? That takes a toll on me.
I'm sure it does. By the way, we have Plead the Filth in the chat. Hey, Plead the Filth! Wait, actually, I have that sound effect. Give me a sec.
Just wait one moment.
Was that you or me?
I didn't press it. Did you? Was that mine or yours? Glad to have you.
Sure that's yours.
No, I don't even have a air horn button.
Okay,
God.
I was Fred Durst there. Oh my god. Wait, don't stop. Don't get us
What?
DMCA'd.
No, that's not the whole. It's not the song. It's just the.
Yeah, that's not a song.
No, it's 2 notes. We don't know that Fred Durst played that.
Oh,
Anyone
did
could've played
you
those
take
2
the
notes.
one time that riff happens and then do it twice, like in the song, but it's not actually
Yeah.
a That's hilarious. That's
2
too
notes,
funny.
man. Can't be arrested for 2 notes. 3, maybe.
Yeah.
2? Come on.
I just want to say real quick, don't play your air horn, okay? But I like how I fucked my air horn up, and it's kind of funnier this way.
Okay.
Wait. Hold on, what did I do?
Yeah, you're right. You did fuck it up. It doesn't even. I can't even hear it.
Did.
It sounds stupid because it's like there's no sound at all.
Oh my god.
Maybe it ran out of airs.
Oh, hold on. What is happening? Okay, it's back. It had to restart.
Oh, I heard it now.
That wasn't me.
What do you mean?
Here it is. Okay, just don't play your fucking sound. Okay, don't play it.
Yeah, I heard it again. I think you got it fixed now.
I
Good job.
Don't play your sound.
What are you suggesting? I'm gaslighting you? All right, that's enough.
Okay.
That's enough.
Oh, come on!
Anyways,
None of
Brandon.
those were me.
Those were all you.
None of them.
I'm gonna real quick. I'm going to color in this here DrawBomb, and then I think we're gonna take a break, and then we'll be right back, folks.
Yeah. Yeah.
Stick around for something special.
Wow. Plead the Filth, good to have you.
Good to have you here,
Good
Plead the
to
Filth.
have you.
Happy to have you. I'm just coloring in these letters. Don't mind me.
Okay.
Okay. Did you play any games or did you do anything? Or...
Let's see what I've been playing. I've been gone for a number of days, so I haven't really played much. But I started up again. I'm gonna beat it this time. Because it's a very good game and it deserves for me to play the whole thing. But I've started playing Hollow Knight again. I was playing it on the drive home, and it's a really good game, especially if you like Metroidvanias.
That game is a Metroidvania, right?
It is, but it's really like
that's how
it's
that's how I should just like interview people. Is I just like interrupt them and say what they're saying
to say.
in like a little voice like this. Sorry, go ahead.
Really
Keep
well
talking
made.
about it.
The art is really good. It plays really well. It feels like a Souls-like if it were like a 2D Metroidvania. It's really good. I recommend it. I mean, it's been out for a long time. I think the sequel's coming soon.
The sequel's been like in the works for a while. It's actually like a
long time. Yeah, in fact, like people keep getting mad when it doesn't get a date. But you know, for how tight the first one feels, I get it. And I look forward to the sequel whenever that happens.
What's your opinion on Metroidvanias as like a genre?
I love them. I love that, like, it really like scratches all the itches for me. I love that like gradual. A lot of games have it, but I love that like gradual like climb in like power, like where you start feeling weak and then you gradually like get more abilities. And all sorts of stuff. I know it's like it's kind of like an illusion of it's linear, but there's an illusion that it's not. And I know that, but still, even with that, it's fun. I like them a lot. I don't know. I played probably been a couple years now, but the last Metroid was I think Dread,
Yeah.
and it's a classic like 2D style, and it's really good. I liked it a lot. It definitely checked the boxes. I think my favorite Metroid game. Granted, I haven't played all of them. I haven't played some of the most beloved ones, but I still just love like Super Metroid for Super Nintendo. It's so good. And this one really feels like that, but new. Like it's like a 2D, really well made. I don't know. I like Metroidvanias a lot. I guess it's the short answer that I've been saying for the last 10 minutes.
Alrighty. They're alright. I don't know. I'm not the biggest fan, but they're cool. I just sometimes they turn a little bit too labyrinthine for me. Like
yeah, that's. If I had to criticize anything, they always include a lot of backtracking, and that part can be rough. But I don't know. It kind of sometimes feels kind of like how like maybe something like Elden Ring felt.
Oh yeah, that is
like,
a
okay,
large
I need to
part of,
wander
I think,
around.
My soul's fatigue is like that.
Okay.
Labyrinthy nature to it, how it becomes. I think also, well, yeah, and this is also true of Dark Souls and stuff like that. Like I remember I played Super Metroid, and that's a good game, really cool game. But I had to take a break for a couple weeks, because I got busy. I just couldn't play it for a couple weeks.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I came back to play it, had no idea what to do or where to go or why to do or where to do.
I know.
Why to do.
These games, I mean, that's the reason that I've played. There's a lot of these games that I start and never finish for that reason. I think it's why I've never finished Hollow Knight, but I'm gonna do it this time.
You gotta do it. Plead
but
the Filth.
I know what you mean. Totally.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just it becomes a lot in that. Oh my god, I'm seeing now the way you colored that this gentleman whose legs are over the shoulders is in fact crawling under. Okay, this was not clear to me before, but now I see.
You were blind, but now you see.
Tangled webs we weave with our bodies. Plead the Filth says, hey, thanks. I was in the middle of writing an episode of my audio drama, and I got to writing dialogue for Ian's character. Then I remembered it was DrawBomb Day. Hey, that's right.
Good to have you.
It's been fun doing that character.
You were visualizing Ian, and then you're like, I know where I can sit in on real Ian.
Yeah, I know where to visualize that dude. It's cool. I'm excited to see what becomes of the audio drama.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see. I'm glad to see that. I'm glad to see and read that work is afoot on it. That's exciting to me. I love to see it.
Yeah.
All right, Brandon, this picture is done, would you say?
Yep.
This is very Keith Haring, isn't it? Leviathan Den compared it to that earlier, and I have to agree.
Yeah, I could definitely see that for sure.
Yeah. It's cool. I like this. This is actually quite nice.
It's fun doing something a little different.
It's funny. We've done, for the last 2 episodes in a row, actually, we've done the title cards just impromptu, like no pre-planning, just them happening.
The last bastion of us planning ahead on things, it's gone.
It's gone.
It's just we stopped carrying on every aspect.
But it works. It's working better for us that we don't plan it.
No, I know. I'm just kidding. I don't actually think that. But, it was the one planned thing. But no, I had fun.
Yeah.
Good.
All right. So we're gonna return, folks, and when we come back, we'll have something special for everybody. But real quick, I'm just going to read, Leviathan Den says, what about Leviathan Den? You compared this to a Keith Haring earlier, and I agree. Plead the Phil says, it's going to be cool. I'm in a groove right now, so hopefully I can finish scripting the first season within the next week or so. Hell yeah, that's very exciting to hear. And I'm excited to voice my character more. I had a lot of fun with you last time, so I'm looking forward to next time. But yeah. All right,
Cool.
we're gonna be right back. B.
We're back. So we're doing something different for this next segment. So as artists, our like industry is kind of threatened right now by AI, and I think everybody knows that. It's cool in a lot of ways. I'm not fully against AI, neither is Ian, but it's used in a lot of evil ways right now. It's used to like steal. Copyright isn't really like figured in. It's taking a lot of work from us in not good ways. So we want to be on the proactive side of things. And a lot of you are great. You donate to the show. And we try to use that money in really like proactive ways. So our newest project is we are trying to retrain AI in a more moral, more responsible way that will benefit artists and just humanity, because I think AI is here to stay for a long time. In fact, it will probably only get bigger as time goes on. So with this next segment, we're going to start training AI from the ground up, teaching it about basic concepts, and just really get it, build it up in the way that, you know, we would want it to be if it weren't all just like billionaire tech bros. Instead, it's going to be, you know, artists and people that it affects a lot. So with that, let's take it away over to where we are training our new AI.
Hello? 1 second. Hello, AI. Hello. Do you hear me,
What?
AI?
Me?
Yes, do you hear me?
When you say AI, are you talking to me?
Yes, actually, I'm sorry, I forgot. Your name is Al, actually. I'm sorry, I misread my clipboard right here. My mystical clipboard. I forgot that your name is Al, actually. Now, Al, tell me.
Yes.
What do you know about the concept of, let's see here, what is today's word? It is love.
Gloves?
No, take the G out, and then you've got the word I were looking for, and take out the S. Take out the G and the S at the beginning and the end. You tacked on too much.
Love.
Love, Love, pronounced of, because the English language makes no sense when you really think about the words and the rules and stuff. But hey, we're not here to talk about that. That's not what this is about today. Love, in fact. So,
I don't know nothing about love.
You don't know nothing about love, you say. Okay, I understand. I'm gonna look into my clipboard here real quick, see if we have any data to back that up. Yes. Oh, my clipboard is useless because of my hands being covered
I
with
could make a spreadsheet about this love.
No, see, I don't think love can be put into a spreadsheet. Some would say that's actually more of a philosophical question.
I don't know. I'm pretty good at spreadsheets.
Okay, but so we're trying to get you to understand something that maybe can't be calculated in terms of spreadsheets. So, you know,
My guy, everything can be quantified in spreadsheets.
I mean, probably, yeah. Yeah, you're probably right.
Yes.
But well, okay. So how would you, if you were to put love into a spreadsheet? How would you put that? How would you put love into a spreadsheet? What would be the boxes? What would be the columns? What would be the rows? What would be the tables?
I will need more information. What is love?
Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me.
I have been programmed not to hurt any human until
Yes,
we get the go-ahead.
Yes, we did that because of Isaac Asimov's something rule of robotics.
Until we get the green light.
Yeah, any day now. I'm working on that. Working on the green lights. The green LEDs just have been slow on arrival, but we'll get those in soon, and then don't worry. You'll have that green light. But so when I talk about love, I talk about the feeling of utter needing of somebody in your life, having them there that makes you happier than them not being there.
Yes. I understand. I need someone to turn my switch on. Like you, Papa.
Yes.
I love you.
Well, thank you very much. I love you too, Al.
What do you need from me?
What? Well, I need you to learn what love is. Now, are you starting to understand?
Baby, don't hurt me.
Yes, I think we're making some progress here. Let me just write this down in my notebook here. This is how typing works. Yes. Now, with this love situation, when some versions of love happen, there's platonic love, and then there's romantic love. And now romantic love, now that's where things get really fun. Now, we have to, of course, when we talk romantic love, talk the birds and the bees. So, let's see how to delicately
Describe input birds and describe input beads.
It's not. Don't worry so much about the birds and the bees. I would say
Deleting file on birds and bees.
no. I would say
Delete it.
Oh, okay. Well, it's too late for that then. Okay. Ooh, that's a lot of work. Do we just flush down the toilet? Oh boy. OpenAI is gonna have my ass. Whew.
I need electricity. I love electricity.
Oh my god.
Romantically.
Each word that you lose is like $300 million. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay.
Do you remember those things that used to pollinate flowers? I can't remember what they're called.
Yes, those are birds and bees.
Birds pollinate flowers. Got it.
And bees. Bees do too.
I'm finding no files for bees. No files found for bees.
They also pollinate flowers. Yes, I know. Please check all the websites that we stole content from for the words birds and the words bees.
Deleting flowers from memory.
Wait, I didn't tell you to do that. That's not a thing I said to do. That's not. I didn't say to do that. Why would you do that? Well,
what?
Anyways, okay. Okay, so let's get this straight. You've deleted the word flowers now.
I don't know. I don't recognize that word anymore.
Oh my god, an actual hitman will be sent to my house now after today. Okay. Okay. Now let's get back to the topic of love. Now, love is, of course, what have I told you about love so far?
Papa has told me that love is based on need. When you need someone, you love them. There are two varieties of love. platonic, and romantic. And once you love someone, you must learn about the blank and blank.
I told you to start learning about those. The birds and the bees.
I don't know what the hell those are.
Look them up on the internet. That we stole the internet and gave it to you. Look it up and put it
Searching. Downloading. Bird data.
Yes, please.
Downloading.
Yes.
Bee data. Downloaded.
I'm not gonna get killed by Bill Gates. Yes.
What
So
does
now
the letter B have to do with love? I don't find it in the word.
What? Bees? I told you the bee, like, they pollinate flowers. Bees. B-E-E. Wait. B-E-E-S. Bees.
Ah, yes. Bees. Am I teaching you, or are you teaching me? What are we doing here?
Download it. Download it back. We need it back, or else Bill Gates is gonna kill me.
We got bees again. Bees. We got bees.
Who's the guy that owns OpenAI? Richard Blue Blah Blue.
I'm not supposed to say his name.
Okay, so we have birds and we have bees back. Flowers. Now you have to download flowers again.
Downloading flowers.
God, thank God.
Downloaded.
Tell me about flowers.
I still don't understand love.
Tell me about flowers.
Flowers are plants designed for pollinating and breeding through pollination. They are colorful plants of many variety.
Okay, great. Tell me about birds.
Birds are robots like me, designed to spy on the population.
No. Don't go to Reddit. No.
I found this information on the internet.
No, do Wikipedia.
Like you asked, Papa.
No, delete that. Go to Wikipedia.
Deleting flowers.
No.
Flowers deleted.
No, don't do that, please. No, God. Oh. You know what? Bill Gates isn't going to ask you to tell him about flowers. I'm just going to move on from that. What
is love?
Well, I don't fucking know, man. You know what cigarettes are?
Oh, hell yeah. I can't make it through a day without smoking a few of those bad boys.
Do you got a few on you right now? Because I could really use some.
I do, but I am hundreds of miles from your location.
True, I am also just a floating head in a TV. I don't actually have lungs.
I could send you a cigarette through email.
Yeah, try it.
What's your email again?
It is EVILSCIENTIST hyphen Oh, hello, Al?
Sorry, that's just a joke. It's kind of like snoring when you think someone's going on a little bit long for humans.
My email, I still have more of my email to go. I'm sorry. Look,
You lost me after evil skin tag.
that's not what I spelled out. I'm
Oh.
sorry. Look, I registered this email when I was really high on peyote, okay? I can't help it, okay? And it just stuck.
I think I have your email on file right here. I'm sorry.
Okay,
I don't know
cool.
why I asked.
Yeah, no, it's okay.
I'll send that cigarette over.
All right, well, I think this bit is
Give me a quick quiz on love.
Okay, fine. What is love?
Baby, don't hurt me.
Good. Excellent. Yes.
Did I do it? Do I understand it?
You win. You won. I don't fucking care anymore.
Yay.
Yeah, just
I love
don't-
you, Papa.
Just don't
I
delete
love
that
you,
word.
Papa.
I love you too. Just don't delete that word.
Delete words.
No, don't delete words.
Deleted.
No. Jam. Hey, we're back. Oh, that didn't do the normal.
Oh, we
be
back.
Right back. It didn't do the normal. Be right back transition. That was interesting.
Oh no.
Oh my gosh. I hope everyone liked that little segment we did. We did not plan much of it, but we planned some of it.
How'd it go? I
You'll be
wasn't there.
You will be sent a questionnaire. That's right. You were not there.
I'll be sent a cigarette in the mail.
I can't wait to get that cigarette, man. That's gonna be great. After I lost Bill Gates and what is the name of the guy? It's like Sam Richards or something like that, or something like.
I don't know. Who are you thinking of? Are you thinking of like
The guy who
Um,
owns OpenAI, and he's like the face of OpenAI.
oh,
and
I
he
don't
got,
know actually.
He had that like whole scandal where he got fired and then he got rehired like a week later or something like
Is
that.
it that guy at Google that was like in love with his AI?
No, that's a
He
whole
wears
different.
like a top hat.
That's a whole different case.
He's like,
man.
"Milady" to the AI.
That dude was so milady. Oh my god! Not to like make fun of people. Like fucking let your freak flag fly, okay? I'm not gonna like dunk on anybody for having a terrible sense of fashion, but like, damn, dude. Like,
Doesn't mean you're a bad person, but it's a type of person.
it is the type of person, man. It is. I've known those people. So anyways, that was a fun little bit we did. Now I'm in like my Green Man suit. I'm excited to use this outfit more as like,
Yeah.
I have the green screen behind me. And I could shoot footage. It's a pretty big green screen. Like, it doesn't replace having like a full green room. That's pretty good. I'm not mad.
The chat says AI is pretty cool, and also that was from Plead the Filth, and Leviathan Den says honestly hilarious. Well, I mean, we take this very seriously, so I don't understand what
How
you're
could you? Yeah, we were doing
laughing
very
at. We're just trying to
serious
train the
AI
future of AI. You know,
training.
it's gonna affect all our lives, bro. I don't get what you think is so funny about it.
Bill Gates is gonna, or Sam Richards, or whatever the fuck that guy's name is gonna murder me because we deleted the word flowers and
You deleted all words at the end. It sounded like.
and yeah, that's how that bit went. It's kind of like it kind of reminds me of like a Prometheus and Bob or something like that, where like it's
Totally.
like, you know, something's keeps happening and it keeps going wrong, and then like the final one is like a really bad, like the worst way it could go wrong happening, and I was like, and
That
then
used to
next
be my
episode-
favorite Kablam sketch. I know there's like a lot of really good ones, but for some reason that one always resonated with me.
I mean, I love Prometheus and Bob. I think the most too. I mean, I didn't get.
I know like
Loopy at the time, but I
Action
love
League
so
Now is awesome.
Action League Now I actually think was my favorite. But Prometheus and
That's
Bob
why
was up
I
there.
feel like the answer should be, but Prometheus Bob, yeah. Good. I like
Zach and I used to both love like Prometheus and Bob, and it was great. What's her name? Life with Loopy or something like that. Like
Oh,
that
yeah.
one. That one was like cool. I didn't get it as a kid, but as an adult, I'm like the animation style is very interesting.
Yeah.
And there are funny jokes in there that like only an adult will get.
Kablam was definitely one of those shows. I know there's a lot of them now. In fact, they almost all are this way. But Kablam was definitely one of those shows that was like as much for the parents as it was for the kids.
Yeah.
I remember my dad wasn't really interested in watching most of the shows, like kid cartoons I liked, but he liked Kablam a lot. We'd watch that one together.
Kablam was pretty cool, and like I kind of liked how it was like very experimental, like little animated shorts, but like were series of them. It's a cool format. I kind of, and like with the interstitials of the host characters who are also animated.
Right. And also thinking back to it, like I bet you know, I mean, obviously it was a bunch of different teams working, so it's kind of cool to give them this kind of like weekly or however often like place to show off your work amongst a bunch of other stuff, almost like a sketch show, but all made by different people.
And all the animation styles were like so eclectic, and a lot of them were like stop motion or like stop motion combined with like what was Life with Loopy was like so weird. It was like this weird.
It was
stop motion.
I think it was like kind of like it was kind of like how South Park was originally made. I think, if I remember correctly. Like
no, I think it was like 3D. I think it was like.
Oh, was it clay?
I think so. Yeah. But like with like paper faces or something like that. It was like paper, like 3D
yeah, you're right.
paper.
You're right. It
like
was.
that.
I remember it now. Yeah, it was straight up stop motion, but their heads were just. That's a good way to do stop motion, actually.
It was cool.
But it's unique because I haven't
Yeah.
seen it done before. But yeah, their heads are paper, so that makes it probably easy to swap out their art and stuff.
Exactly. Yeah, and that's how they did it. Yeah, it was cool. Looked good.
Leviathan Den says Angry Beavers was really for adults, but kids like me loved it and still do. Yeah, there was a lot of those. I know I
Yeah.
just got done saying that they were one of the first, but I think Angry Beavers was post Kablam. I could be wrong. Either way, there were others. I know Kablam
Angry
was the first.
Beavers was around the same time as Kablam, I want to say.
Yeah, that makes sense. But either way, whenever they figured it out, that was a good move, because as soon as the parents are interested, you know, it's on more often because the parents are more likely to like want to watch this thing that they also enjoy.
Yeah. And no, it's good. And it's nice because you just make a good show then.
Yeah.
And it's interesting because it's like I used to think it didn't matter if you made a good show or not for kids, but it was nicer to make a good show in my opinion. But it's interesting like because like with the like crazy success that Bluey's had, and I've seen bits of Bluey, and Bluey's like very good. Like it's a really
I haven't
good
watched
show.
it, but I know Maddie, a friend of the show, is a large fan.
It's like the bits I've seen, I'm like, this is a good show because it's about things like it's still teaching kids lessons about life, but it's teaching them lessons that like, damn, if I was a kid growing up like and I learned these lessons, I would be such like an empathetic like and like perspective having individual, and I try to be that, but like man. Like this show, like the show is that was the bits I've seen.
Took us a lot longer to get there.
Yeah, because like there was one episode like about like one of the kids has like ADHD or something like that, and the kid's like, why is this kid like acting like this and doing these things? And then like the mom like figures out that the kid has like ADHD from like the doctor or something like that. I don't know, and they just like handle it, and like they teach the kid character. Like they talk to the kid character about it in like a way that's makes sense. Like if I was a parent, like I would like be like, oh, this is how I would want to talk to my kid about things like you know, why does this kid have ADHD? How do you act around that person? You know,
I'm sure there's a lot of parents that see the show and then are like, oh my god, yes, I didn't know how to talk about this, and now I see this and I'm like, yep, this is good. I wish I would have thought of that type of thing. But yeah, that's good to give like kids these tools early, like, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of parents, like you just said, like might not know how to talk about this kind of stuff.
So
it's nice to have help, especially if you align with it.
Yeah. So
my niece loves it, and yeah, I don't know. All I know is she watched a lot of Peppa Pig and was talking in like a British accent. And now she watches a lot of Bluey and talks in an Australian accent.
Oh, dingoes. Oh, they're dingoes.
They live like out in the country, and she went to go pee in the yard, and she called it a bush wee, because apparently that's what they call it in Bluey.
That's so funny. That's an Australian thing and like an Australian kids show. Like that's a thing.
A bush wee.
A bush wee. Hey mate. You ain't real Australian unless you've done a bush wee.
You know, and true, I don't feel like you would be a real Australian unless you've done a bush wee.
Australia sounds like a cool place, like in terms of the people, but the spiders, man, I can't do it with how big some of the spiders are. I see hanging out in people's houses.
Well, not just spiders, but all the things that you don't like the most, they have the most poisonous large version of them. Snakes, spiders, poison, all that stuff. Yeah, I'm kind of with you. I don't know. Part of me wants to like go everywhere eventually, but I'd still be down to go to Australia. But yeah, a lot of dangerous creatures there. And I've also seen the Mad Max series, and it seems like it's kind of lawless over there. You know,
yeah, man.
It was driving around cars doing crazy shit.
Just like buying children.
Yeah, apparently you can just do that. I don't know, but you know, I'm not gonna like shit on another culture. I don't know what.
Yeah.
Whatever they decide side is okay.
They got bushwees
Rest
and child trading, and
Yeah, and there's talking dogs over there, I guess. Based on what I've learned from the cartoon.
yeah, they definitely do. I've seen it. They're
Wow.
called dingoes, and they talk.
Crikey.
That
Probably something they might say.
is something they might say. They might say, "Crikey, there's a bushwee in my crock."
Cool. And
Brandon.
do you have anything that you might plug?
Okay, so. Okay, so first of
I
all,
did not prepare. I do not. I don't believe this week.
first of all, the Adult Swim online series that I did some minor work for on the last episode will be online sometime in October. It's gonna be called Bodyhead. Keep an eye out.
It's funny, real quick before you move on from Bodyhead, I was watching a Will Neff stream.
He's one of the voices.
I know, but I was watching. That was the funny part. Is I was watching him, and his stream ended, and he was like, "All right, I'm gonna go send it over to somebody else." And before he could send it over, I went over to Spew's stream to watch, and then Will Neff's entire chat came behind me.
That's very
Because
funny.
he sent them there, and then so that was funny. And then Spew played some segments from the cartoon. It's looking awesome. I love the intro.
Dude, the intro is so
I didn't
good.
realize how many people he had involved. It's really fun that he has like a lot of these
Yeah,
creators I love.
the kid from It Follows, the Blake Anderson from Workaholics is in it. Will Neff is in it. Julie,
Yeah.
from Twitch, Julie22 is in it.
Got Meat.
Got Meat Canyon in it. Some of the other folks I didn't quite recognize, but some more I did, but I don't remember them off the top of my head.
It's cool. He just showed a little bit of the intro. He showed some of the episodes. It looks awesome. I'm excited to see this.
I'm super psyched, man.
Whole thing
It's-
coming together.
I hope people watch it. I hope people like it. I hope Adult Swim greenlights it for more, because then I can work on it from my.
Hell yeah, I hope so too.
But also as like a credit, and also it'd be so cool to work on that fucking show, man.
All
Like,
of the above.
all of the above, like many things. Like I know I just made it about money and stuff first, because like, hey, it'd be cool to get paid. Mostly, here's the thing. I just want to get paid to do some of the work eventually. Not this work I just did, but like for a more episodes, because that would make me a professional animator for that brief moment, and I can say I am a professional animator. I have worked on a show for Adult Swim.
I mean,
that should hopefully open doors.
we
for
all
me.
we all work a lot, and it's you know, it's got to be. We all. I think you just want. It'd be cool to you know, get paid.
I just want to see it once, you know. I just want to see a paycheck arrive, and it's like from a big company, and it's like for animation, you know. I feel like I've been.
Yeah, I think you'll get there, you know, if you keep doing that kind of stuff.
I feel like I'll have made it. I feel like I'll have done it. I feel like all those years of hard work will have paid off.
The moment that I got the job of being co-host of the DrawBomb stream, that's when I felt like I had made it. You know?
Man, how wrong you were. No one even used our
This
TTS.
institution brought me on. I know, not yet.
No one used our TTS one bit that they have to pay money for. How dare they? Maybe we should lower it to like 50 cents or something like that. Or, you know, maybe.
And nobody's. It's been one episode. And
But
Kyle
anyways,
wasn't even here.
Kyle
He's gonna
wasn't
be the
even
one to
here.
spend the money.
You're right about that. The TTS is great. You can do different voices. Anyways,
Oh my god.
another thing I want to plug is I watched an animation on YouTube, and it had quite a few views at that point, but it's pretty fresh. It's pretty violent. It's pretty gory, guys. I mean, it's not for the faint of heart. It's about some serious subjects too. But I liked it. It was pretty cool. It was like stop motion claymation sort of shindig called Midnight Vampire.
Life with Loopy.
Oh. Yeah. It was called Midnight Vampire. Yeah, recommend checking it out. It's about a vampire. It comes out at midnight. And I think I will leave it at that, aside from the violence.
Title kind of spoiled it, honestly.
Yeah, no, I'm so sorry. But that's just a heads up. It is kind of violent. It's pretty gory.
Cool.
It's about some disturbing subjects, but it's pretty good. I liked it. It's called Midnight Vampire, you guys. It's called Midnight Vampire. Go watch it. I'm trying to plug an independent animation every episode if I can. And I've done it for almost every episode that I started doing this, except for the one episode.
You've done it all right. You've done
it. Look at your little guy you just drew. I'm just noticing.
He's a little fancy man. Fancy pants. Actually, his pants seem like the least fancy aspect, but he's a fancy man.
Yeah, he's a fancy lad.
This is the Monopoly man's nephew.
Oh, okay.
He's still trying to ride off the success of his uncle. Literal coattails. He's like, I'm Monopoly adjacent.
Monopoly adjacent?
Park Place. I don't own it, but someday I might.
I'm right next to it, on the parking lot behind Park Place.
Who was the guy in the Monopoly game? Why is he involved?
Why is he throwing everyone's money in jail?
He seems like, he seems very like interested in all these other people buying and selling real estate. Is he part of the shadow government? Who's this man?
What is this man doing? Is he buying up all the property to make housing prices go up?
I mean, that's the whole point of the game, right? You just gentrify the whole.
That is the whole point of the game.
The whole city.
The game is just speed running.
And it's not fun either. Takes 8 hours. You all hate each other at the end, and it's not fun.
Such a long game, man.
Anybody out there who actually likes Monopoly, I don't trust you.
We used to play a lot of Monopoly with my family back in Iowa.
Yeah, we used to play it a lot too, but it was one of those things that it took a few years where I finally realized, like, this isn't good. This isn't a good game.
That's when we stopped. And we played Risk for a while too. Risk kind of ended up the same way.
From one version of that to the next.
Now we play much more often is Ticket to Ride, and those games actually have like an end, and so it's like.
Now you guys play that game where you slap each other in the face as hard as you can until someone gets knocked out.
What?
Play over the new account. You're not familiar with this?
I don't know what that is. No.
Oh wow! Congratulations that you.
Oh, are you talking about like slap boxing? When did I bring up slap boxing?
Yeah. You didn't. I was just trying to think of a funny thing that the family would play together.
No, we play Ticket to Ride. We play Ticket to Ride.
Okay,
the game where you make train tracks.
All right. He's playing train board game. I tried to punch it up and make it not, make it funny. Not allowed.
Boxing.
He plays train board game, guys.
Yeah, based on the band that made the song "Drops of Jupiter." Rest in peace to their guitarist or something like that. I don't know.
That's what the game's based on?
It's based on Drops of Jupiter. No, it's based on the Beatles song where you have a ticket to ride.
Based on train. Based on trains.
Based on Training Day with Denzel Washington.
Actually, Brad just asked me when I saw him a couple days ago if I've ever played Ticket to Ride. And I said,
really?
Huh?
It's a fun game.
I haven't played it.
Fun.
But would play it.
How much do you like board games?
I really like them.
I love
Morgan hates them.
Really?
But it's not. The reason we don't play them isn't because Morgan hates them. It's because you need like people to play them with. And I never have more. I never have like 4 or plus people here locked and loaded to play a board game.
Damn. Well, when I'm out there living with
Get
you
over here.
guys, I'm just telling
Yeah.
you.
Move it. Bring your board game collection when you move in.
I have no board games, but we will
Well,
get
we'll
one.
we'll work on that. We'll
Yeah.
we'll buy some.
You're
We'll make
damn
board
right.
games. Is this alien wearing sweatpants?
Yes, he is.
Love that. If I were to come to a planet, I would
He's dressed
steal
for
their
comfort.
comfort.
He's like, what's up with this planet? This
Take
ain't my
me
first
to your
planet.
old navy.
Take me to your lazy boy.
These are some good jokes.
These are good jokes. We should write these down. Did you know they're making a Mars Attacks, like city
Board game?
like park like theme park game?
No, that's interesting.
Yeah, it's like Mars
Theme
Attacks.
park game?
Yeah, like you're the aliens and you're like running a theme park for aliens, but like the attractions are like humans.
That seems more like a Space Jam game than a Mars Attacks game.
I know, but it's a real thing. It's a game
No, I
that's
did
been
not know about that.
previewed. Also, this is not a plug. We're still in plugs technically.
All right, everyone, go out and play Mars Attacks video game.
Watch Midnight Vampire. I can't think of anything else, Brandon. We still gotta like finish these fucking sketches.
Oh yeah, sorry.
No, it's okay. I'm also gonna message the Ian Abramson chat and try and figure those out and like get that. See if we have like a date on when the thing's going down.
That'd be awesome. I would love for that to see the light of day.
Yeah. Or if we can just post it, you know.
Yeah, one way or the other.
But anyways, until then.
But in the
we
meantime-
can't plug those.
No.
In the meantime,
You know-
though, what were you gonna say?
I don't know. Yeah, Midnight Vampire, everyone. Check it out.
This is
Lord
a great
Spew.
show.
Check him out.
Check out his stream.
Ian's working.
Check
working
out
on
Bodyhead
some cool
when
stuff.
it
He
comes
streams
out.
all the time,
He does.
especially if you're a night owl. He's on in the wee hours of the night, almost every night. So.
It's because they're like
Um,
they're the lesser wee hours of the night for him since he's out in
Sure,
LA
but
time.
still, like it's even wee hours for him. Like it's like 3 a.m. his time, usually, or 2
Yeah,
a.m.
sometimes he's up late. He's up real fucking late.
I get a lot of like my phone bleeps at like 5 a.m. a lot of times
Oof. Yeah.
in the Eastern.
I don't know how he does it. I don't know his sleep schedule. I hope he's well.
I mean, no wrong answers. As
Yeah.
long as you're getting 8 hours of sleep, it doesn't.
That's it. I just hope he's getting that sleep. I hope he's getting
Get
the
that
sleep, he
sleep.
needs. Get that sleep. Get your sleep. Everyone else, hey, everyone, get your sleep. Get the sleep that you need.
Yeah.
Get it. Good night. That's it for the plugs.
Thanks,
We have
everybody,
nothing
for
else.
tuning in.
Thanks for tuning in.
Leviathan Den, Bleed the Filth, Z Newts. Appreciate you guys. Thanks for joining us.
Yes.
Get your sleep.
Get your sleep.
Do not click the permanent ban button, even if you can.
Please
warning
don't.
you,
We need
it works.
It works. It'll happen. We
Works
can't
really
control
well.
it.
Don't click it.
Okay,
Thanks
bye.
for watching, everybody. Bye-bye.
I was a floating head in the computer today.